Hey folks, this is Vitalik, and today we're talking about GnuCash. This is part number 3, and today we're talking about transactions and credit cards. At this moment, you're probably asking this question. Are we there yet? We already set up a checking account. We already set up the expense tracking system. At what point will I be able to use it? And probably the answer is, we are there for a simple case. If only you have a checking account and your expense tracking system. And I just wanted to reassure you, I know we've went through some rough patches of installation of GnuCash, learning the account types and what the account chart is. At this moment, you actually rock. Your knowledge already puts you into a top home financiers cohort of the people in this world. You know what is account chart? This is this thing. You know that everything is a transaction in the accounting world. You know that there are different types of accounts and you know how to use them and where to apply them. Now, you just need to learn how to use the transactions. Here is my plan. We will log a first transaction. We will create a credit card account. And bonus, embarrassing story on how I learned the double entry accounting really hard way. Okay, so the first transaction. Let's actually do it. Open up your GnuCash. This is where we left off last time. What do we have? We have a checking account and we have a expense tracking system that we've set up. Now, here's my first transaction that I want to record. And this is my electricity bill. So let's just analyze what is it and how we can actually log it with GnuCash. First thing first, this transaction was made using my checking account. We have the checking account. And I paid the electricity bill, which is utility. So we have utilities category. So let's just try this. Just double click checking account. Now in this transfer column, click that drop down and observe that there is something that is familiar to you. These are your accounts or categories in one place. So I'm selecting utilities and the money was withdrawn for this. So how much was withdrawn? It was 178.47. 178.47. Now, I really encourage you to input something into the description. This is actually for you, not to forget what was that. So for me, it was just electricity. And the most important part here, not to forget to do, is hit the enter. This way, your transaction was saved into the book. And actually, you can see what's going on. You can click this cross to cancel the tab. And you can see something have changed. First of all, against the utilities, you can see the amount that you just logged. And you can see that checking amount went negative. And the reason for that, we didn't have money in that yet. So we will fix it a little bit later. So let's just go and take a look at the second one that I've prepared for you. This one a little bit more quirky compared to the previous one. So the previous one was me transferring the money from the checking account to the expense category. It was just as simple and as straightforward as possible. Now this one is a grocery. So you can see like a grocery stuff. But now here is the important stuff. I did a cashback. So for those of you who are not familiar with the cashback in America, you can get some money back from the cashier if you ask for. So for example, you go to the grocery, you buy your groceries and ask for $40 cashback, and they will give you cash $40. So this is not that simple. First of all, $40. I've just put it into my wallet. How do I track this? And this is where the GnuCash shines. I bet majority of the budgeting applications cannot do this at all. So let's just think. We've spent $65.75 on the grocery, which is easy. Now, we probably need something for tracking the cash. What I would suggest, you probably remember this from the previous tutorial. There is an account type called cash. So let's just try to create a new account under current assets. So see, account type is asset by default. What I would suggest is selecting cash. This is cash in your wallet. And let's call it wallet. Click OK. And now we can track both cashback and expense. How do we do this? Again, just go to checking account. And to do that, I would suggest doing something like this. Start simple and then make it complex. So first thing first, how much money left this account? It was $105.75. So just type $105.75. In the transfer, you need to select something. I would suggest selecting one of the expense categories or target accounts, whatever. So it was food and household. Now, $105.75 was not only for food and household. We need to split it. And to do that, just click this Show Splits button. Now, GnuCash is showing us something called Split View. So it's really useful. Just think about this. $105.75 is withdrawn from the account. Where is it deposited? It's deposited to the food and household. And let's just take a look how much money did we spend on the food. It was $65.75. $65.75. Now, if we just do this, it doesn't match. Like, we cannot save the transaction. And GnuCash actually updating the last record with something saying, hey, you have $40 left. And we actually have $40 left and didn't track it. So you cannot save this transaction yet. How do we do this? So just click here, click this combo box again, and select your wallet account. Here it is. Now you can hit enter and your transaction is logged. And I would suggest not to forget to enter some kind of memo or description here. So this is grocery and cashback. Hit enter again and you're saved. Close this tab again and now you can see that everything is updated. We have tracked how much money is sitting in my wallet right now. We have tracked the spending on the grocery and we've tracked the utilities, which is amazing. Majority of the applications cannot track wallet or kind of cash accounts, and this is where GnuCash is shining. Back to the credit cards. I don't think we need any more explanation what is a credit card, what is liability. We've done it before, so let's just go ahead and create the credit card. In our household, we have only one credit card, and the way to do this is to track the liabilities. So let's just track it. Let's create new and see it's automatically shown under the expenses or whatever was selected previously. So what I would suggest is put it under the top level account. We have Apple Card. And right here, select credit card. Click OK, and we have our Apple Card tracked. Later, we can track the transactions pretty much the same way as we did for the checking account. So just double click, do whatever you did. For example, you've spent something on transportation using the credit card, go ahead and just log it. I'll just close this. So I was thinking about this GnuCash. I didn't read too much of that and I was like, okay, I can do whatever I like. this is just a folder, and every transaction is just a file. So if I delete them here, they will still be there in other accounts. To my surprise, here's what I did. I've clicked into my, I think it was some kind of account that I've closed, and I just wanted to get rid of the accounts to delete it completely. So here's what I did. I just deleted everything, like this. To my surprise, everything was deleted from everywhere. There is no expenses anymore. There is no transactions in the wallet. And this is, my friends, is the essence of double entry accounting. You do a transaction once and it's everywhere. So when I deleted the transactions from the account that I want to delete, I did a disservice for myself by deleting them everywhere. So I've screwed up like a month of the transactions. It was easy to restore, but if you do something like that, just think about this. You deleted the transactions from everywhere. Yeah, and this concludes our presentation for today. We've learned the essence of double entry accounting. You log a transaction once and it's gonna be everywhere in all the linked accounts, in all the splits. And we've learned how to create the cash account for tracking cash in your wallet. And we've learned how to create the account for your credit cards. And that's, my friends, is it for today. Stay tuned.